Now, something. His word Jezebel is being attached by attack witches and warlocks, spiritual realm.
And they ruling the world and reaping the benefits. They the highest and you the lowest. And because we've let them.
We're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into all of this and
commentate
down,
our Bible to us. You know, white man's book. It's written by black men. This is a black book. Do I have to prove? I shouldn't have to prove that by now. This is a black book talking about black people. Now, y'all should have knew that right off the top, right in Genesis, when the Bible called Adam Adam. That should have told you. He was talking about earth. Earth is what Adam was. See, where did he get it from? Earth. The Bible's black from the jump. It was always black. The curse was them cats, the Canaanites and cats turned white. Leprosy is the curse. Cats turned white and then they had to go to Mount Seir, Caucasus Mountains. That's where them cats all come from. And black people, I ain't got time. Do I really need to get in? I ain't gonna go that far. But trust me, we talking about a black book. I don't know how we let them get away with that. How we sitting there watching Charleston Heston? How we sitting there watching the Ten Commandments and ain't figured it out yet? That's why they tried to destroy Egypt, because they knew Egypt was gonna tell the truth. Not that Egypt tells the truth, because Egypt is just fallen angel knowledge. But Egypt shows that there was who black was. They were black people. And when Moses went down into Egypt, he can't blend unless he was a black man. Now, y'all know that. How we let him get away with that? How you going to go to Pharaoh's house, be under Pharaoh, who's black, but he's a Jew, he's white? Come on, man. But we let him get away with that. You know why? Because they taught us the book. Told us this was a white book, but it's a black book. How did we let him get away with Noah? I told y'all before, we know Noah, from Noah comes Ham from the Cushites. We know the Cushites was black, Ethiopia. We know this. That was Noah's grandson, right? So how does a black man get white kids? If his grandson's black and we know he's Ethiopian, then what? Noah gotta be black. How do we let him get away with that? Because they taught us the book. And they convinced us, and many of our black men went away from Christianity because they was taught, like these Kemet brothers are hollering, that this is a white man book, because they were taught that. But who taught you that? This ain't no white book, it's a black book. The whole book is about the redemption of a people. And when God come back in Armageddon, that's even a lie. Of why he's coming. Now, I taught y'all why he's coming. But it's a lie. What they said he was coming for ain't what he's coming for. Because they got you thinking he's coming for Satan only. He is coming for Satan, but he's coming for some people too. The Valley of Armageddon, it says there's going to be a cosmic meeting where he's in Amos, they're going to sit down and God's going to plead to all the nations where his people have been scattered. Study it for yourself. Why don't we know that? Because we've been taught by white scholars who didn't tell you who they were. They are Edom. They are Esau. They are the end of the book. They don't want you to know that. You are Jacob. They don't want you to know that. So if I teach you, if you let me teach you, I'm going to teach you about how great I am. And everything bad about me, I'm going to leave it out. Now, the reason why we're becoming so radical is because we're starting to see what you left out. And what you left out was all about us. Then we find that those Pharisees, you didn't even know that the Pharisees were those false Jews of Revelations chapter 2. Those Babylonian Jews, they wasn't no real Jews. Those are those Talmudic Jews. That's why Jesus said, you of your father, the devil, you vipers, you snakes, you Khazar serpent people. That's who they are, Ashkenaz. Khazar serpent people that come out of the Caucasus Mountains. Revelation says they are call themselves Jews, but they are not. Now, white scholars, they'll go that far, but they won't go to far. If it comes to reason, if somebody's calling themselves Jews and they not, you got to ask the question, and who is? Well, it's them Ethiopians. No, it's not them Ethiopians, because they believe they got a lineage from Solomon through Sheba, and that's not true. The lineage came through Judah. And they know Judah is the tribe that he's calling back from all over the world, because Judah was the one totally decimated, and Judah's the only one don't know who they are. Judah everywhere, don't know. We just singing and buck dancing, because that's what Judah is. We praise, and that's why they got our music all over the world. That's why they copy your music all over the world. That's why all they want us to do is sing and dance and perform. Y'all don't want to deal with this. I go further. In 70 AD, when Rome conquered Jerusalem, that's when we ran out of Jerusalem. We ran down into Africa, like we always run into Africa. We didn't stop in Egypt. We kept running till we got down to the Horn of Africa, down to Nigeria and Cameroon and Ghana. And that's where they took us from. And that's where the Bantu is still there. The same Jew people are still there, the original Hebrews. And those Africans said, we didn't take our people, we got Hebrew people and sold them to the Arabians and the Europeans. That's where the slave trade came from. And that's why I said you would go into Egypt, which is America now, this back of your pyramid dollar, you would go into Egypt. America has the religion of America is not Christianity, it is Freemasonry. Freemasonry is white Egyptology. It's white people stole the occultic knowledge from Egypt. The Greeks stole it. Then they when they went in and stole all the books out of the Library of Alexandria, found out how the Egyptians was using fallen angel knowledge and giant knowledge to build what they built. That's why they can't duplicate the pyramids, because it was built by fallen angel knowledge. That's why you can't get all excited that black people built the pyramids. They built it by occultic knowledge. That's what Nimrod showed them from Babylon. Oh, y'all don't want to talk about this. See, y'all want to deal with the whole truth. Y'all just want to deal with this. Everybody, these brothers want to be they want to be the Kemetic brothers, the Egypt brothers. No, they don't want to be them Africans that put their face in the cow's butt. Nobody wants to be them Africans that put the plate in their lip and the bone in their eye. They don't want to be that. Everybody's Egypt. Egypt was built by fallen angel knowledge. White people went over, the Greeks found them books and started worshiping, and they start calling those Osiris and Nut and all of them and Isis. They start calling them Diana and Artemis and Zeus and Hecate and all them different names. That's what they start calling them. They're mythological. They're myths. Those myths were giants. The giants was the offspring of the the giants were the Nephilim, the offspring of when the angels had sex with the daughters of men in Genesis 6, produced a race of giants, and the people started worshiping the giants. The giants became the gods of Egypt, the gods of Babylon, and the gods of Rome, the gods of Greece, the gods of Hindu. They worshiped Nephilim. And that's why Jesus said it'd be just like in the days of Noah. In the days of Noah, they were worshiping the giants. The giants would come back. And them same giants are going to come back. But you're going to call them aliens or... See, we don't get taught at church. I'm telling you the whole Bible. Tell you the end time. Now, y'all want me to close? I can close. I want you to think. I want you to understand what you're looking at, what you're seeing. Why are we talking about living right? What you think we talking about it for? This ain't no game. This thing gonna wind up. You're gonna have to decide how you gonna live. So right now they over in Switzerland, opening the portal to the abyss with CERN. That's what CERN is. It's a portal opener. It's a stargate. And guess what's going to come through the portal? Them giants. You're going to call them the Antichrist. You're going to call them different names, but it's going to be them same old giants in Noah's day that turned on men and started eating them. That's what the Bible says. That taught men, that's what the book of Enoch teaches, that they taught men how to splice DNA and start mixing up with animals. They start sinning with animals. That's where you get all these weird creatures and demons from. Them creatures lost their body, but their spirit still lives. And that's what demons are. That's why they can't be redeemed, because they no longer a human species. They mix with young one. That's a whole nother teaching. Lord, let me get back. So America is a cult. America it's the greatest lie that it's a Christian nation, because the people that was writing it was raping and killing folk and killing slaves. How are you going to be Christian? They weren't no Christian. They liars. They told you that. But they were Freemasons. And you know, Freemasonry is just Egyptology for white people. That's what it is.
Okay, let's stop there for a second. And I know this is going to be a little bit of copyrighted material, so I'm going to keep it short. I'm actually going to play her shit on the background too. Play her shit in the background. Okay, so I can't get my shit together. This is my first time going live and everything, guys. So it's going to be a little choppy. But let's play her shit. Let's just go ahead and take a look at this video here. It's a 12 Groups of Slaves, where you kind of get social construct of America came from. So I've got music playing in the background.
Do it. Strike the life from it.
That's his white wife. If you haven't ever seen the movie, that's his wife, his white wife saying that.
Beat her. Give it a whip. Give it all to him.
And see now, let's just keep watching.
Like you come here and you beat her now. Flat!
I want to know something that Patsy says. What'd she say?
Come here!
I'd rather you pass.
Striker.
Then the beating begins. And what we have here, look at what we have here, the characters that we have here in today's societal construct. I'm not saying this is the way it is today now, of course not. What I am saying is that this sick little fiasco they got going on here, or whatever sick situation they got going on here, I want you to notice 3 characters here first, and then again, I want you to notice the people in the back that's witnessing this shit. Okay? There's people in the back there. So apparently he's not doing it good enough. He's not beating her good enough. Okay. So he ups the pistol on him. Tells him, you better beat her into her life. What does he do? Can't do it. Can't do it. Okay, I gotta plug it up. Can't do it. Still isn't good enough. It still isn't good enough. So what we have here, he takes over and he just goes relentless. I don't even want to keep that up there, but he just goes relentless. So I'll be back in a minute. If we speaking about the Willie Lynch syndrome, if we're speaking about the Willie Lynch syndrome and the Willie Lynch letter, these would have to be things that were acts that were committed, that were actually committed to keep it going.
Right. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome.
Now let's just keep it going. Let's just keep playing
All
this
right.
part.
So let's get
See,
live on these
some
other
of the horrors.
platforms. Into this. Hello, Knockout.
Said he will answer for that
TKO
sin.
here, and
So I gotta keep it spiritually, and I'm gonna stay with my pastor Darby.
I hope you learn how to love yourselves and one another. On this channel, we typically use viral videos.
Sin.
Listen to this response.
There is no sin.
There is no sin.
Man does how he pleases with his property.
Caught up in the story that is taking a blaze on YouTube. There is a content creator
The moment
of
I'm a great pleasure. You gotta be careful. I don't want to come
Beating
out
the
of
skin
my
off her
mouth.
back, he is in great pleasure.
She was on a
So,
clubhouse yesterday.
Listen,
Listen. The full boondoggle.
let's
Seems
put
like
it
a
back
quagmire.
on this one
It
for the
seems like
thumbnail.
There's all sorts of things entangled in this, right?
What's really
But
going on here?
We
put it
have
back
a
for the
guest
thumbnail.
here who is going to speak with you.
Go ahead and cut this witch off.
Let me
Oh, I
give
thought
you
I was
all a
plugged
little
up.
bit